Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again, and it's been a while. I work with my voice in my regular job, and the past 2 weeks I was very busy with a main role. I've been practicing and rehearsing and performing now. So I was a bit off making videos because I just needed to what we call save the voice, to not make it more tired than what it gets worn with I had to keep the strength and to keep the voice as fresh as possible in between rehearsals. Anyway, here we have in front of us from the Marvel Legends She-Hulk Disney Plus series, and from the Ghosts and Ghouls Ultron, or the White Knight Ultron, or the Intergalactic Medieval Knight Ultron, the Infinity Ultron Build-A-Figure wave, She-Hulk herself, and she arrived yesterday, and I'm very glad because I think in this wave I think she's one of the stronger figures. I'm still I didn't pre-order the solo, the no Build-A-Figure Moon Knight, like the real Moon Knight, but I'm thinking about getting that one because I really have always liked Moon Knight as a character, even if I know very little about him. I just like the character design. And from the other ones, I'm more looking forward to the Kate Bishop. I have this one, and all the other three are, hopefully they will be soon here. So let's just take her out. And before that, just look at that artwork. She looks a bit weird with that fake smile, but there you have a tilted bio. If you want to read it, just pause it now. And the other figures, as we saw, which parts come with each figure. And She-Hulk looking, the box looking a bit empty, but the figure, at least, I can guess already that she's a taller figure, has a Build-A-Figure part and a couple of fists as extra accessories. So let's just take her out and see how good she actually is. And there we have Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, out of the packaging and looking, I think it's a very good looking figure. She comes only with these two fists and the Ultron left or right leg, I have to check that. In any case, not much, but at least you can say, well, let's just do an early comparison. There you have the Disney Plus Scarlet Witch, so you can see she's a head taller than an average female. Here we have, for example, Tigra from the comic line, from the retro line, but the non-MCU, also like a head taller, so you can already tell she's a larger figure, at least in comparison with other female figures. And I really like that she has a lot of texture in her suit, that she has these her unique shoes, her like sneakers here, and yeah, I like the color, and I like the fact that the hair has this like dry brushing there. I was gonna say wash, but I think it's more like dry brushing or whatever. If I'm wrong, please correct me. And by the way, if you're watching this video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That helps me a lot, and I'll be very thankful if you do so. But you can see the sculpt is very nice. She has shape. They're not like flattening anything. I hope I'm not politically incorrect by saying that, and if I am, then I'm sorry, but I don't care. They're not like ungendering this character, and she I like the musculature, if that's properly said. I like the way this figure came out. I think like almost everybody, since they showed the pictures some like a month ago or 2 months ago, I don't remember, like a lot of the people were just like looking forward to this figure, even if they would like the show or not. Anyway, here we have her. That's I already just changed the hands in camera. You have the like clapping hands or warning hands or expression hands. Now I put the fists on, and you can of course have one fist and one open hand. You can mix, Let's take a closer look at that face. You can see it has the digitally printed eyes and lips and eyebrows, and is not glossy, which is great. They're getting better at that, or they have already got better, and maybe they will still get even better than this far. But as as this one looks, I have no complaints with shiny, reflective eyes or lips or eyebrows, like if it looks like if it was a sticker. Anyway, you have the pinless knees and elbows, and let's actually just start doing the articulation. The head, as you can already guess, will be hindered by the sculpt, but you can actually turn the head around. I put her into hot water so we can pop the head, and she has a dumbbell joint, and the good thing, look, they're doing the range good there. The thing that doesn't allow the movement is the hair in this one, but I think this is maybe, Anthony from Anthony's Customs always talks about these things. He knows much more about this than me because he actually does these things himself. And I think he said like this, the bigger ball should be the one on the neck and the tinier one, the one on the head. In any case, I think they're getting there with, look, the range this gets. And I think maybe with this already, if the hair wasn't there, but it is because that's how the character is, so that's not their mistake. Maybe they could have given an alternate head with a more expressive, like windswept hair or something, so that you could play more with the range. Yeah, but I think this the range would be there or is there, but the hair gets in the way. But that's the way to do the double ball peg, or the shoulders. You can see there has the texture and all of that, but they can lift slightly. No, that's just 90. And also this side, the hair is a bit like getting on the way of you pushing the shoulder and all of that. But let's say she can do the T-pose, just 90 degrees each side. I didn't say how far the head can look up, but it's almost nothing because of the shape of the hair. Look down just a little bit, but this part gets in the way again. Still, I don't complain because it looks very good with that hair and all of that. Of course, I would like more range. That would have to be with an extra head sculpt with a different hair positioning, You have the bicep cut, always great, the new thing for female bodies, And I mean, she's a larger female character, so they have no excuse here, and they did it. The double jointed elbows can bend all the way. No, you need no more range. As I'm looking at things now, I'm thinking is the fists. I mean, looking like this, they look tiny, yeah? I don't know if they're tiny. Like that, it doesn't look that extreme, but maybe they're a bit undersized. I don't know. I don't want to get into trouble because of that, but that's what I'm kind of seeing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Double jointed pinless elbows, as you saw. The fists can turn all the way around and have a horizontal swivel. The clapping hands, same, horizontal swivel, and of course can turn all the way around with that peg. Now the diaphragm, she can bend to the sides that far, which is, I think, a great amount, or a good, really good amount. She can bend backwards that far. I think that's fine. She can bend forwards, not that much, but it's better than some characters that cannot even do half of that, from Hasbro themselves. Could be better, definitely, because even going back, you don't get any gap, so we could get a tiny gap in order to get more range forward. That wouldn't be the end of the world, but anyway, aesthetically they at least managed to get no gap when going backwards, but I would not care to have a little bit of gapping there in order to be able to bend a bit more forward. I like having no ab crunch here, but and I like the shape of the the abdomen and all of that. She has the presence there. I don't know, she has some rubbing here. I don't know if this is just plastic rubbing, and here she has some green, but the plastic of the upper torso, I mean the chest part, I think the plastic is this like purple, and it's not like it's green with a lot of paint on top of it. The legs can do that far of splits. I mean, with She-Hulk, I would like it if she could do the whole splits, but it's not. It's still I mean, I can live with this. It's not terrible, and it's not lacking. Could be better, yeah. She cannot kick backwards at all because the cut of the buttocks here is really straight, like 90 degrees, like, so you have no range going backwards, but that's not something that will stop me from liking the figure. No waist cut, of course. You have the thigh cut exactly where it should be, just where her like gym clothing ends and the actual skin begins, and it's very tight, so you don't actually, I mean, the line is there and you think it's just because of the clothing, not because of a thigh cut, you know. So that's well hidden, even if it's not hidden at all. One thing I have to say, I feel like with this figure, I don't know if the whole line, this wave, or if it started already earlier, I have the feeling that this figure, it feels a bit light for the size of it. It gives me the feeling like if the plastic wasn't dense enough, or if, of course, these pieces are hollow, or maybe it's super thin and super hollow. I don't know. I have to check how, but it's not like I'm looking at some extreme thinness of the plastic here, I think. But I have the feeling, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm just 2 weeks not opening a figure got me all unused to it. But I have the feeling like if the plastic was less dense than before, and maybe that makes the figure more fragile. You know, of course, it would be like some way to save some money, because they're always trying to do that, you know, I mean, the business. Anyway, you have the double jointed knees, the legs looking great, pinless, and the shape, I mean, of course, She-Hulk is like a superhuman with a, you know, the oversized and, how do you say, perfect shaped body, you know, like every muscle is there because she's a Hulk. But you can see in this realistic live action version, I think they nailed the. I'm not an anatomist, and some people would be like, this is right, this is wrong. Of course, to me it just looks good. I don't know if it's right or if it's wrong, but it looks good to me. The shape of the legs, I think they look really good. And you have the feet here, the sneakers, they can go backwards that far, and of course pinless, and everything is hidden in the sneaker. And I mean, I really like how the leg goes into the shoe. Of course, it has this flap here, so that gets in the way, but it's flexible. She still has a good amount of range on that shoe. And ankle pivot, which I think is at least decent. I don't know, because I'm not used to see a sneaker in a Marvel Legends, but I think it's a good angle. For size comparisons, there you have She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters, attorney at law, whatever, standing next to the MCU. That was WandaVision last episode, Wanda. What If Captain Carter, which was already a larger female body because she's a super soldier, you know, the thing. And you can see how they scale, and She-Hulk still is the tallest. There you have her next to the comic book Scarlet Witch and Hercules, and still taller than both, even if Wanda is on the base. It's a thin base. And Hercules, which is a larger guy, and still she still towers a little bit over there. You have her next to the Retro line Tigra and the Super 7 Ultimates Chitara, next to the Black Series Dark Trooper and Cobb Vanth, and next to a G.I. Joe Classified Series Sergeant Stalker and a Valaverse Action Force Steel Brigade Night Ops figure. And yeah, that's it for this review. I hope it was enjoyable and useful. If you're thinking about getting this figure, I hope it was helpful for you to decide. I think this might be or could be maybe the best of the wave if you're picking, and even if you're getting the whole wave, I think maybe or probably, to me, is one of the best looking of the wave. And I mean, it looks quality, you know. I don't know if it feels quality, because I thought it feels a bit like if the plastic wasn't heavy enough, kind of. It's a weird feeling, you know. Maybe when you get it in hand you will know what I mean, or maybe you have felt that already with some other figure. I'm still looking forward to getting the Moon Knight one and the Kate Bishop, And the other ones is more like just to build the Ultron, which of course I'm very much looking forward. That's the main reason I'm getting this wave. But I'm glad that this figure was, I mean, it was the last one shown, and I'm glad that we got it. Even if I like the show or not at the end, I think the figure is good. And I can recommend it. So please leave a like, share, and subscribe if you like the video. And take care. I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.